We will discuss problems in binomial distribution. The binomial distribution used to model the number of success in a fixed number of independent binary trials. When it's a binary trials, the result is either yes or no, pass or fail. The two options, where the probability of success remains constant. It is widely applied in quality control, clinical trials, and survey analysis to determine the probability of. Let us see some examples. Example. A company's customer support team has found that 80% of the customer complaints are resolved on the first call. The random sample of 10 customer complaints is taken. What is the probability that exactly 8 of them are resolved in the first call? For this, the formula is here. Probability of X, the number of trials is N, and probability is equal to P, is N factorial divided by X factorial into N minus X factorial into P to the power of X multiplied by 1 minus P to the power N minus X, where in this case N is equal to 10 because we are talking about 10 samples. X is, we want 8, so X is equal to 8. P is given here 80%, so 0.8. 1 minus P becomes 0.2. We just put it in the formula. You can use this formula where N factorial means factorial 10 divided by factorial 8 and factorial 2 multiplied, both of them inside the bracket because the whole thing is to be to divide N factorial. Then P power, that is 0.8, is 0.8 to the power of X. X is 8 here. 1 minus P is 0.2 minus X equal to. So this gives 0.3020. You can also see that this entire thing inside the bracket is nothing but combin 10, 2. We can use, instead of this big formula here, you can replace with combin 10, 2, which is a formula given by Excel. And this part remains same. In addition to that, directly there is a formula in Excel called binom.dist. When I this binom.dist and then what are the parameters we put? Number of successes is a probability of 8 successes. 8 of them result in first call. Number of trials, 10. Probability is 0.8. And cumulative means exactly 8 means it is cumulative. It is false. It's not cumulative. You're not adding 1 success plus 2 success plus 3 success. It is only exactly 8 success. Therefore, it has to be put as false. So all the 3 give the same answer. You can see that. So I did a mistake here. So here it is binomial distribution. The first parameter is number of trials is equal to number of success equal to 8. It picked up a, so it comes to 0.3080. Next problem, bulbs. Problem, the manufacturer produces light bulbs with a defect rate of 0.1. Probability is 0.1. Probability of defect. What is the probability of finding exactly 2 defective bulbs in a sample of 10? Simple. Let us start with this first direct formula. Number of successes is 2. Finding was, I'm calling the event of getting 2 defective bulbs as success because that is what is given here. Probability of defect rate is 0.1. So defect rate, that means two defects obtained means success. Trials, 10 bulbs. Probability 0.1. Cumulative false because it is exactly 2. It comes to 0.1937. And here we are using the formula here where n equal to 10, success is 2, 8 is factorial, and this one is 0.1 probability to the power of 2, and 0.9, that is 1 minus 0.1, that is 0.9 to the power of 8. So 10, same thing can be obtained by either using the factorial formula, because here it is b in bracket x equal to k. Now k is equal to 2. 2 works. Factorial 10, the number of samples, and factorial 2 is this factorial um, in this formula, for example, x and 10 minus x, 2 and 10 minus 2. 2 and 10 minus 2 is factorial 2, factorial 8. So here NCK, n choose k is written here, n, x, n minus x factorials. So in the examination, we can use, I will ask you to use both this formula and this formula and see that both the results are same. So this is same as this one, but this is much simpler because you don't have to worry about this multiplication of factorials. So use this and this. The quality inspector checked 15 randomly selected products for a manufacturing line from a manufacturing line where each product has a 95% chance of passing the quality test. What is the probability that at the most? Here it is not exactly, it is at the most. So in that case, we have to use in the binomial distribution formula that use true because it is cumulative. If it is false, it is not cumulative. That means exactly 13. Here it is at the most. That means 1 is also counted, 2 is also counted, 3 is also counted. Other numbers are given here. Number is 13. Success is 13. Trials is 15. Probability is 0.95. And you get this one. Now, using this combine formula, you can't get it directly. So you have to find out for this, make a list of this 1 to 13. And in this formula, you write combine 15 comma 1. That is what is the probability of one success. When you drag it down, it becomes K9. K9 is 2. And like this, K20, which is 13. And sum of all these things, that becomes 0.17, same as this formula. Your free throw scoring percentage is 80%. You take 8 free throws. What is the probability that you'll make exactly 5? Again, the same formula where n is equal to 8. You're making 8 throws. X is equal to 5, exactly 5. P is 80%. Just fill up. So either use this formula or use combine 8 comma 5 is written here. Combine 8 comma 5 star 0.8 to the power of 8 to the power of 5 star 0.02 to the power of 3. Why 3? 8 minus 5 is 3. 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2. Because that is the formula. P power x and 1 minus p to the power of n minus x. So in this case, p is 0.8. So 0.8 to the power of 5. X. 5. And 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2. And 8 minus 5 is 3. So anyway, put this formula and you don't have to apply it there. That comes to 0.1468. So the same as using factorial or using binomial directly. And binomial directly is 5 successes in 8 trials, probability of 0.8, and cumulative is false because you want exactly 5 throws. Both are. Now there is something as negative binomial. They are reversing the order. Let's solve it and then understand what it is. A person conducting a telephone surveys must get 3 more completed surveys before their job is finished. On each randomly dialed number, there is a 9% chance of reaching an adult who will complete the survey. What is the probability that third completed survey occurs? You must have seen people calling you up for asking for surveys, asking for information. Most of the people will say, no, I'm busy, I can't do it, no, and they'll be rough, they will be rudely putting it down, etc. So the call center executive has got a really tough job. And it is found that 9% chance of reaching an adult to complete the survey. Now, what is the probability the third completed survey occurs on the 10th call? So here, you can use this formula. P success x equal to x is x minus 1 divided by x, sorry, x minus 1 choose r1 as 1, p to the power of r into 1 minus p to the power of x minus r. This is a negative binomial distribution formula where x in this case is 10 because we are talking about 10th call and we are talking about the success, third success. So r is a success. P is the probability, 9% probability or 0.09 the probability to the power of r, 1 minus p to the power x minus r. You can directly put it here in the formula. One here, combine x minus 1, r minus 1. So you can directly put 9 and 2, or you can put this number, C19 minus 1 and C, comma, C20 minus 1. Then star C21, C21 is P, that is 0.09 to the power of R, to the power of, so let us do it directly also, is equal to combine R minus X minus 1. So X minus 1 is 9, R minus 1 is 2. R. Then we could come to P to the power of R. P is 0.09. 0.09 to the power of R. That is 3 star. 1 minus P. 1 minus P is 1 minus 0.09. That is 0.91 to the power of X minus R. X minus R is 7. 0.13562, 0.13562, same answer. We can use either of these. The advantage of using this is because if you change the numbers here, automatically the formula will change. You have to repeat it. Now, there is a negative binomial distribution formula also in Excel, but something to be remembered here, it is not written number of, it is written number of failures. So you are talking about 10 trials and R success. That is 10 trials and 3 success. So 10 minus 3 is a failure. So that is the point you have to put here. 7. So we can do it separately. So let us say it is negative binomial distribution, this formula in bracket, number of failures is written. Number of failures. Number of failures is 7 because 10 trials, 3 are to be successes. And number of successes is 3 here. And probability in this case 0.09. And here it is false because exactly 3 successes required. And that comes to again 0.13. This is on negative binomial. So practice these problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems. So out of 5 problems, 2 problems with different numbers. So that's all there is to in binomial distribution.